Hello, everyone. I'm Jesse Rainey, and this is
Adrian Gomez.
And you guys are watching FVTV Channel 11 Telethon. And no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, the telethon's been continuing all this weekend. This is the second to last live broadcast we're going to be doing. Last one at 9 o'clock, and today I'm just going to be interviewing Jesse here, showing off what you can do with just a little bit or a lot of bit of technical knowledge, and showcasing some abilities of what you could do if you have an idea you'd like to put to film.
Yeah, it's interesting being out here again because it's very few times they let me out of my little cave. They tend to keep me inside the booth, and it's like, Jesse, you got to stage on audio. You got to stay there. Well, tonight we have Chris, and he's running it for me. Thank goodness Chris is here. Otherwise, you guys would be hearing nothing. So that's always good.
Yeah.
Anyway, like you said, one of the things that we're covering tonight is Rainee Media. Before I get into that, though, I want to talk about people who've been trying to donate. So I understand that some people have been having difficulty trying to donate, and that's because there's some hiccups with our system. Please forgive us for that. We're very sorry. And we do appreciate your guys' donations, your input. So I encourage you guys to call. Our number is 360-693-7544. You can also send us messages at info@fvtv11.org. So please contact us. Please let us know your voice, because this is a public access channel, and it's about your voice, about our voice as a community.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a TCC meeting coming up on Wednesday where we're going to try and justify our existence to the board and prove that we are a valuable asset to this community. And this weekend, I'm really pretty impressed.
Oh yeah, we had quite a few calls.
Yeah.
And we have quite a few people inputting, and I encourage that. I encourage people to get involved with the community and FVTV, and be a part of the voice. I mean, I encourage you guys to come down. If you're not interested in necessarily producing, you're more than welcome to learn how to crew. Chris is an excellent instructor on camera and lighting. I can teach you as much as you want about audio. And one day in the future, we can give you a camera, and you can go out and film stuff and bring it back to the station.
Yeah. Yeah, so. You don't need any inherent talent to come in either.
No.
Myself, I mean, I don't have that artistic edge that some people do of looking through the camera and thinking what's going to translate to a good shot and what's going to look like a bad shot. I don't have it. I mean, when I'm looking through it, this is going to look great, and then I look at it when I get home, and
it has to do partly with with an artistic vision, but on top of that, it's more of knowing how the audience perceives things, and that's kind of where the technical comes in. When you go to a college that teaches this kind of thing, they teach you about what does lighting do to my scene? What is it saying to my audience? If it's like blue, if it's a very bluish color, very cold, then it's very sad, very mellow scene. Audio has a huge impact as well for music, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, if you learn those things, you can really do some amazing things with audio and with video.
Yeah. I really admire and appreciate all that kind of stuff, and I guess I also don't really have a personal muse for coming up with a story for fiction, that kind of stuff. I'm just basically a guy who, kind of gets a thrill out of coming up and talking about whatever, and I just like.
You seem more like I live in the moment kind of person, which is great.
Yeah, I would say that's true. Like, I'm not really good for reading from a script. I just like talking and saying what's on my mind. A lot of times it comes out wrong, but
right,
it's fun. Did you have anything you wanted to show?
Oh yeah, well, going into Rainee Media here, which is the group that I established after leaving college. Let me pull it up on the screen. Rainee Media is a kind of a collection of filmmakers, professionals that we kind of established as leaving college through the college program. I met good people like Gabe Twig. I met Livy. She's a wonderful makeup artist. Gabe's a gaffer. He does a lot of professional lighting. I wish he'd give me more paid work, but whatever. Then there's Chris. I met him through the same program, and keeping those connections are very important with our industry. Having names associated with what you do and who you are makes great strides in your work and the future work as a filmmaker. They say it's not what you know, it's who you know, and there's some truth to that. I mean, when you really go in for a job in the film world, you need to have two things down really, and these are the two things they care about the most. You can have a bachelor's degree or an associate's degree. It really doesn't matter. It's really about your film reel, and that's like a 30-second clip of things that you've shot, and then there's also the people on your resume. And not just the resume, it's just the people on your resume. When I submitted for, Grimm, when I submitted to be an intern on Grimm, I got no messages back for like the first couple of tries. Then as soon as I attached Eric Fauski, an instructor at the college, his name on the resume, I immediately got a response back and said, I'm very sorry, Mr. Rainey. The slot was just filled. I am thankful that you contacted us and referenced Eric on your resume. We do appreciate the students that come out of his classes, and we love their work. So please keep trying, and we would love to have you in the future. And that's what they told me. So that means a lot as a filmmaker to have those connections. So I encourage people to, getting an education is good, but meeting people is much better.
Now, why would they not accept it? I'm assuming intern in the film industry means unpaid.
Well, sometimes unpaid. Depends on what part of the industry you're in.
Okay.
Apparently we got a call.
Okay.
Are we clear to take that? All right, we're clear to take that. Go ahead.
Hello, caller. You're live on the air.
Chris? I don't hear him.
Hold on, caller. We're not receiving your audio through the speaker.
1 second, sir. Let me take a look at that.
Sorry about this. Well, we have a loudspeaker that's supposed to broadcast your voice, and it isn't working for whatever reason. So how are you doing, though? Yeah, not a problem. What's your name? Oh, okay. You sound familiar. Sure, I guess I'll put you on speakerphone and just hold up to the mic. Hold on. Okay, so caller, you're live on the air.
We're making an adjustment here. I was curious for you guys. I know, Jesse, that you like to do sound.
Uh-huh.
And Chris likes to do the cameras and the lighting. Was that a choice you made, or did you learn more about sound during school, or how did that work?
Well, as filmmakers, we have our own specialties. When you go to college and these programs, there are departments. So either in the professional world, you work with audio, lighting, camera department. Then there's also, art department's another one that deals with a lot of the set design, makeup, stuff like that. And as you go through these programs, you're trained in the wide variety of all these things. And when you actually get out in the field, that's when you become more qualified in that kind of work. So I think we might have lost that caller. But to fully answer the question, it was more of a specialty that I kind of learned about sound, where Chris really specialized in camera work. So we kind of equal each other out. Sometimes I'm directing a film, sometimes I'm playing different roles. It just depends on what you want to fill in and where you want to go. But yeah, there's that. Anyway.
Okay, so my question, I kind of got cut with the call.
Okay.
So why wouldn't they be willing to take on as many interns as apply? I mean, if they're not paying them, why not take all the extra labor?
Well, there's only so many people you can add before you have chaos. I mean, that's kind of just how it comes down to. That's why they only let so many interns in per term. Is just having a massive number of people on set is just crazy enough as it is. So adding more is just insane.
Yeah. That would have been cool though, because my girlfriend watches that show, Grim, and just be neat to see your name on the credits.
Oh yeah, I know students at the college that I met in my classes. They've been on that program, and it sounds like a fun experience, and I really wanted to be a part of it. The only thing that I feel bad about is that intern is really the highest you can get on that kind of set, just because there's so much. Okay, we got another caller.
Sounds that way.
Are we ready to patch him in?
Shall I go to speaker on mine? No?
Go ahead.
Hello, caller, you're live on the air.
Are we?
Hello?
Ginger, you have to press talk on the that one. Chris, did you turn up the? Ginger, when you accept a call, you have to press talk on the one for the
I'm sorry about that, caller. Well, as you can tell, our normal audio guy is out here with me.
I know.
And so, please call back.
Yeah, please call back. We're just having a few technical difficulties.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't even call it a technical difficulty. It's like our normal audio guy is up here with me, so everyone else is trying to figure out how to do that.
As a quick note, just when you're gonna go to hang up, click on the one that has a cable attached to it first, then hang up on the other one. Okay, there you go.
I would like to use this to emphasize that this would be a reason if you're intimidated that you don't know what you're doing or that it's scary and you're going to be laughed at.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, it exactly is. We're all volunteers here. Mm-hmm. No one's getting paid. We're in it because we like it. And I guarantee we'd have worse results if I was in there, so it's no big deal. And just come on in, learn as we go.
And I think that's a good point, because where a lot of TV stations or even just the video production field in general, there's a lot of closed doors for people. And that's becoming a huge issue that me and Chris have run into numerous times, and we hate that because they're cutting opportunities for people to be involved, be a part of experiences, and learn. Because there's a lot of people who are interns, like I was, and we needed credit hours in order to get our internship. And there's so many closed doors, there was nowhere to go. That's why I came here. This was one of the few places that just had open doors, had new opportunities. And this is the first time you guys ever had interns when we came in. And but despite that, it was a very great experience, very open, and we learned a lot about television broadcasting that we didn't know, and which was amazing.
Yeah,
I come from a very narrative, very film background, but learning TV was very fun too.
Well, it shows in the results that it must have been very fulfilling, enriching, rewarding, because you didn't hit your credit hours and say, okay, we're done, let's get out.
No, I came back. Yeah, exactly.
You guys are still here.
Yep.
After being done. So
that was one of the things that me and Chris strived for, was to make options open for future interns later down the road, once I feel like the station has kind of safely nested itself. I can go back to the college I went to, say, you guys have interns that are desperately trying to find hours, and we say, okay, well, we can open like 3 slots, and we'll train those interns per term. This is something I've suggested to the FVTV board numerous times. And this is what my hope is for the future, is we need the manpower. Why not bring them back from the same college that we came from?
Yeah.
They have the training. They know the knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's just giving them that extra step.
Okay. I wanted to just throw out, before we go on to your clip, that this is a telethon. To that caller that we lost last time, I apologize. Please call back. We would love to take your call.
Yep.
Please give us a second chance.
Right.
But anyways, we're going to show a clip now that Jesse worked on.
Well, this first one is more of Chris's baby.
Okay.
It's a documentary on TriMet and how safe are they. This is just a trailer, so you may have mixed opinions on it. So if you do, just call in. Let us know. All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Roman Babbage, and I'm doing a documentary on TriMet safety. Do you feel that TriMet is safe?
No.
Yes, they have a criteria they're supposed to meet.
I feel safe on it.
I think most recently we had a derailment out there as well.
We're always looking for ways to improve, but specifically regarding the derailment, the incident continues to be under investigation.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that. No.
That's one of the major problems here is you can't continually expand service and maintain what you have when you're dealing with finite resources. Yeah, it's a complete failure of maintenance.
Our maintenance crews, right after that incident, inspected trains to see if there was a similar situation so that we could, look at that. And I think there were just a handful, maybe 4 that were cracked, and we replaced them.
The difference between the scripted questions and the non-scripted questions, they were trying to repeat some of the answers that they already gave.
Because I refuse to let her be a statistic unless she is the statistic that matters.
The lane change does look pretty dangerous. About 10,000 bicyclists go through this every single day, and at any time a bus is making that change can hit a bicyclist.
You know what? I think that's dangerous.
The lane changes on the Hawthorne Bridge.
There is some room for improvement, and we're going to be working with the city to see whether or not we're able to implement those changes.
Of the story. Okay, after 20 people are killed, we'll put in the red light, but the first 19, oh well, it's just collateral damage, that's pretty much how the government thinks.
But it's a safe system. We're always looking to make it safer.
So how long is the full documentary?
We had to make a 15. I think it was like a 15-minute version for the college that we were attending, because this was partly a college project, and we had so much things that we really could have made an hour-long version. That was supposed to be done by the director. That was the gentleman who was Roman Babich. He's one of our good friends, and he was the director behind that project. He was supposed to edit a longer version, but never got around to it. Very unfortunate, because we had a lot of good things in that documentary. But it's very hard to edit something so controversial, in my opinion, just because of how easy it is to fall in the lines of slander and getting sued over it.
Yeah.
So it's up in the air. And if you watch the full one, which if you go to Chris W443, it's up there.
On YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. That's the YouTube channel. And you look up TriMet documentary down his video page. It's there, and the full one's there, 15 minutes long. You can kind of take your own opinions on the matter. I couldn't hear what Ginger said.
Could you repeat that, Ginger?
Oh, sorry. The director is correcting me. Anyway, so that was that project. It was very fun, very exciting, and I was scared at times, but that's the point of a documentary. You kind of just uncover the truth, and that's kind of the things that InfoWars is doing, some other media outlets that are doing, some of the stuff that you're seeing on FVTV is doing. And that's the kind of stuff that I think is very interesting to watch. And so, yeah, there's that.
I bet it might have been a mixed blessing if you if you do get sued over, I mean, I'm just saying, as a student project, and like you were saying, name recognition matters.
Right.
And if you're getting sued over a school project, just right out of the gate, you're already out there.
Yeah.
It seems like, and I mean, maybe you alienate half your base, but the other half, I would assume you kind of engender yourself to.
I mean, well, I had multiple people giving me input on the edit as we went along, because we were trying to make sure that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have the money.
Yeah.
Chris doesn't have the money.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess you could be sued for anything.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
not.
they'd probably come after the filmmakers and the college that it's being worked through. So there's that. That aside.
When you guys did the research for that, with fatalities, now, did you find that these tended to be like failures of the system, like safety precautions, like a crossing arm didn't come down, or are these more like someone just didn't look where they were going and jumped in front of a train?
It's okay. So it was more of some of the things that TriMet could have done a little bit better. That was partly to the issue. The Sandy Day, which is referenced in the film, refers to I think she's a teenage girl or early 20s. She got mowed down by a bus, and that was one of the big incidences. And the reason why it's called the Sandy Day is because that's the name of the driver. And
is that
it's hard saying whether or not the driver was at fault or if it was an issue that the driver couldn't see, because there's a big controversy over whether or not drivers can actually see on those buses, because there's this huge gap that they can't see anything with this pillar in the way. So it just depends on who you're taking a side on, because we had to remain neutral. We can't really express one way or the other. I personally felt that there was some evidence against TriMet on the fact that some certain things they were doing, they were cutting corners on the way they treat their safety. The rails for the TriMet system, or the Max Train system, they did some quick patch jobs on those, and after like several months, I think it was like 4 or 5 months, they finally got around to actually fixing them to standard. So there are things like that concern me.
So that Sandy Day one, the bus driver, was that the one that happened in the Pearl, like where the girl got run over kind of in front of Harvey's Comedy
correct.
Club?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When it's stuff like that isn't so clear cut, I can definitely see, a real need in looking into, who was at fault. Because, I mean, there's human error there. I mean, I guess in every accident that happens, there's probably human error at fault.
Right.
But just when it's a bus completely in control, or controlled by a human, where does the fault lie? It's like when someone gets hit by a train, I mean, it's tragic, but usually, I mean, the train can't turn or stop immediately. So usually the fault's always with the person, like whether, wearing their iPod earbuds or something and not looking where they're going. But yeah, with the buses, it's not so clear cut.
Well, no, it's not. I mean, none of the system really is, and part of the issue is management. Part of the issue is poor maintenance. I've heard the story over and over and over. It's the driver's fault. It's driver's responsibility. Driver. It's like there's only so much you can blame on the driver before you realize that the maintenance is another thing. I mean, there was poor maintenance on the train that derailed, and the only camera that was on it was Channel 8, I believe, had the one overview camera that was already placed up there, because they wouldn't let anyone else near it. So that says something to me. And most media news outlets didn't get a chance to say much about it. The radio systems, they have issues with their radio systems that I found out from the the union. The head of the union told us about their radio system failures. So yeah, it was very interesting to see the difference between their interviews of the union, who were focusing mainly on just the technical problems, and then the interview with the TriMet representatives, very scripted, very by the script, and
like have to check with my boss before I say
kind of. They actually they required me to send them a list of questions I was going to have to ask them. Now here's the funny thing about that situation. When I sat down and asked them about that, about their or when we did the interview with them, after we were finished with our list of questions, which went fairly okay. I mean, they weren't too in detail, which was solid. That's how we want our interviews most of the time, not too long, not too short. But also at the same time, there was another representative behind the camera, just pacing, looking at it around. She's just keep an eye on things because that's her job. She's paid to handle media. That's the whole purpose. So the funny thing was, after we were finished with our questions, the two people we were interviewing say, "Well, do you have any other questions? Any other things that you want to know about?" And the lady in the back obviously thought we weren't going to ask anything, but no, we actually had other questions. We just didn't ask them until then. And once we started asking those questions, like the two representatives, they had no problem answering the questions, but the lady, she was panicking. She was walking back and forth. She was panicking. She was worried because she didn't have those questions prior.
Wow.
There was nothing she could do. That was all non-scripted. So that was to me. That's more of the corporate mentality of I am corporate. I have to have exactly what I want to say for media at all times. But having those non-scripted questions was very interesting.
So, I mean, it looks like it did a very good job on it.
Yep.
What kind of grade did you get, or am I allowed to ask?
The grade, I think we got an A on that, didn't we? Yeah, we got an A on that. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I would
it was
hope
pretty
so.
solid.
Yeah, it looked good.
So anyway, what I can pull up now is we have two projects that I've worked on. Chris has worked on actually both of these too. So it's me and Chris projects.
These are more fiction, like traditional film.
These are traditional film. These are not documentary. This is more to the traditional film, traditional style.
Okay.
And narrative. Yeah, it's narrative. That's the word I'm looking for. We got a call.
All right, let's go to it. Speakerphone or just trust that? Okay.
Okay.
Caller, you're live on the air.
Uh-oh, might have to go speakerphone.
1 moment, please, sorry.
We'll put you on speakerphone.
Okay, so we went to speakerphone.
Hello, this is Lulu.
What was your name?
Lulu.
Lulu?
Lulu.
Okay, nice to meet you, Lulu. How are you?
I'm good. I'm quite a bit older than you fellows. That's why I hung up earlier.
Oh,
it's okay.
I'm sorry about that.
The documentaries. Well, no, it's just.
Lulu, I just wanted to ask a quick favor. Would you put your TV on mute? Because that's coming through on your phone speaker and kind of conflicting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I understand. How's that?
Should be good.
Yeah, it should be better.
All right. So what's on your mind?
Well, I was. This is about doing documentaries to help the planet or help the city of Vancouver, or.
Well, no, this was a college project that we did back at Portland Community College, and me and Chris both. Here we go. Okay, me and Chris both were students at the college because that college provided really good programming for what we wanted to do, was the field of video production. Anyway, that was a project we had to do. Was a documentary film about 15 minutes long. What you watched was the trailer for that, and we did it on TriMet and how safe their system is. I mean, there's a lot of people in Vancouver who do transit in and out of Portland, who work there. So I think this is a good topic not only for Portlanders but also for people who commute there too.
Oh, I do too. But you know why I really called was, do you remember the documentary on Detroit that the man did?
No, I do not.
Is that part of what you're doing right now, or am I calling at the wrong time?
Does she mean Michael Moore? Do you mean Roger and Me by Michael Moore?
Do you mean Roger and Me by Michael Moore?
And you did a documentary on Detroit and how bad it looks now?
I guess I don't know that one.
Okay, I must have called on the wrong show. I'm so sorry, fellows.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're
Anyway,
probably
you
talking.
guys have a wonderful evening.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Okay. That was interesting. She's probably referring to some pre-show, something we showed earlier. I don't take care of the stuff that we air. That's pre-made. So
yeah, a lot of some of what we program and play, Lulu, I believe, is sent from stuff that other filmmakers will make and send in, and we'll play that as well. Yeah. So that might be what you're referring to, that we personally didn't make, but that we still air.
Right. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to Archangel. Make sure we have enough time for that one. So this was an action film.
He needs immediate extraction now. Negative. Heavy resistance. Man down.
Attention everyone. Your mission is to neutralize a mole within the CIA. According to our intel, he's scheduled to meet with the Soviet terrorist cell at
position. What's that?
We're delayed, Archangel. The enemy convoy has spotted our path. The target is eliminated. Archangel step in and provide cover for this Bravo team to go in and extract package.
HQ, he's handing over the package.
Hit, grab, and run operation, people. Very simple. I don't want to see any mistakes. Now, are there any questions? UEF, the United Earth Force. Officially, we don't exist. Founded during the time of the Cold War from nations across the globe. Our purpose? To discreetly maintain order and stability within a chaotic world. As we grew, so did our enemies. Now, our existence is more important than ever, for there are those who wish to destroy what is important to us. Trust me when I say we will get them, at any cost.
Archangel to HQ, and 5 clicks south from target location.
Understood, Archangel. Bravo team has commandeered a vehicle and is en route.
Attention everyone. Your mission is to neutralize a mole within the CIA. According to our intel, he's scheduled to meet with the Soviet terrorist cell at 2300 Zulu. Now, under no circumstance is he to hand over that package. Once the target is eliminated, I want Archangel to step in and provide cover for this Bravo team to go in and extract the package. This is just a hit, grab, and run operation, people. Very simple. I don't want to see any mistakes. Now, are there any questions?
Sir?
Yes, Captain.
What could possibly be in that package that requires not 1, but 2 teams from UEF?
I hear you, Archangel. Sounds cool. It's time. Cut the chatter. I'm afraid that's classified information, Captain. Now, you're just gonna have to trust me when I say that this is gonna be worth your time. If there isn't anything else, you're dismissed.
Archangel in position. What's the status of Bravo team?
We're delayed, Archangel. The enemy convoy has been spotted in our path. We are currently taking a detour around them.
A detour? We don't have time for that. He's early. HQ, target has been spotted. Requesting orders.
Archangel, do you have a visual on the package?
Affirmative.
Target has a package.
Rainee. Welcome, brother.
Cut the pleasantries, Rook. Do you have my money?
This is what I like about you. Straight to the point.
American bills, just as I'd asked. Good.
Good. Now tell me everything I need to know about my new toy.
HQ, he's handing over the package, requesting permission to take the shot.
Negative, Archangel. Bravo team is not yet in position.
We have to do something.
Archangel, be advised, there's another enemy patrol advancing to your location.
All teams, pull out to extraction point Foxtrot. Mission scrubbed.
Damn it, Jenny! We've been chasing these guys for years. For God knows what. Just answer me this. What kind of damage are we looking at here?
Catastrophic.
Understood.
Marcus, what are you thinking? Pull back
Now! That's an order! Marcus, don't take that shot. There are too many out there. Marcus!
Otherwise. Thank you.
Well, that's good and all, but unless you have the master key code, it's nothing more than a fancy paperweight. Don't worry. I'll make sure to get that to you once I'm on the next flight out to the States. Just consider it a little insurance. I'm here!
Get it through.
Bravo team respond. Archangel is under heavy pursuit. He needs immediate extraction now.
Negative, HQ. We're meeting heavy resistance. Man down. We're taking too much fire. We need pull back now.
Bravo team, we can't leave a man behind.
Bravo team! Pull out.
Understood. Bravo team pulling out.
Trust me, Jenny. He is coming home.
No, yeah, that was a real fun experience. I love being a part of projects that are about sheer entertainment. I mean, I get asked all the time, well, what was the theme of that film? Like, it's an action film. It's just sheer entertainment. There doesn't have to be a theme or message in the film. That's what movies were about. Way back when. It's go to the theaters just to forget about your troubles. Mm-hmm. It's going back to that mentality of just going out and seeing a fun film, and we wanted to make something like that. So that's kind of what the approach we took. We tried to incorporate as much as we could from traditional cinema. It's challenging when you're on a zero budget, and everyone's volunteering. I'm telling you this much: it's easier to do that kind of work with all volunteers at a TV station than it is on a film set. It is. Most people who go to the college to learn this kind of stuff, they're looking for paid work, not freebies.
Yeah.
But every time, once in a while, we do freebies just for the sake of doing film. So yeah, I mean to me that was a fun experience, and doing that right out of college, we're like, bunch of people were like, what are we gonna do now? Well, call a bunch of people I know and we'll make a movie. Why not?
Yeah, it's really weird, when I had no idea about editing or anything like that. I remember when I was junior in high school, we tried making a horror movie, and we just went out, with someone's parents, camcorder with the tape in it, and did everything one take, where we'd hit record and do one scene, and then we'd plan out our next scene and then go hit record. Everything was one take. There was no editing, no retakes, and what you got was what you got. And it was the stupidest, cheesiest stuff, but it was a blast, and so I think everyone kind of hates, watching themselves, hearing themselves. So is it weird for you watching that?
Well, watching my own work sucks because I am my biggest critic. And when I look at my own films, I directed this project. Chris was my DP, and I'm sure he'd pick apart his own stuff.
Yeah.
He always does. It's like, why did I do that? What was I thinking? Why didn't I get a better camera for that? No, Chris did a great job, and I'm very proud of everyone who worked on that project. I personally hate my own acting, but and every once in a while I'm called up, hey Jesse, be talent. I'm like, fine. I'll do it. I've actually done it on the other project too, but you won't even see me. They kind of cut off my head. I was a doctor. And it was mainly like my voice and like the lower half of my body near the end of that scene. But no, yeah, it's a lot of fun doing film and doing narrative film.
Yeah.
And I encourage people who have a passion to tell a story. Pick up a pen and paper, write out a script, and make it happen. Chris tells me all the time, just do it. Just do it. Don't even question it. Just do it. And make it happen. That's kind of the life of a filmmaker.
Yeah.
You write, shoot, edit, repeat.
Yeah. You don't need to get. I think some people get the dollars in their eyes, and when they hear, Will Smith or Brad Pitt makes $20 million a film, and I need to get into that industry. But to me, it's like
it's a common misconception, and it's a trap. I mean, it is. I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but if you go to the LA area, you are in a literal trap. There's so many people in that line. There's so many people waiting to be the next big director, next big Spielberg, and they don't understand that that world literally is closed doors. That you cannot get into that world very easily, and the age of like, I'm gonna go to Hollywood and find a director and he'll take me under his wing and we'll make movies. And no, we don't do that anymore. They don't do that for the longest time. I don't even know if that was a thing. I mean, it was, I'm sure, but they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, but to me, it's like if you're if it's a passion of yours, it pays for itself. As long as it's fun, that's what matters. I mean, I think pretty much everyone here has their own real jobs, as far as day jobs. We just come in here because we enjoy it.
Right. I mean, that's kind of the thing with my film work. That's what I do. I mean, I have a day job still, and I still make films when I have free time. But it's the people associate films with money. Like, unless you're in the Hollywood or narrative television, there's not a whole lot of money involved with that. And unless you're part of the union, you're not going to get into any of those unless you're an intern, and you probably won't get paid. So like I said before, it's a trap. But at the same time, if you're able to seek out people who have other exciting projects, who want to make something more, I highly encourage you to try to incorporate it into film somehow. There are a lot of people out there who apply for film grants. Those are challenging to get, but you can get them. There are people who seek out businesses. One of the projects I want to do is called, I'm trying to remember that, Verge of Humanity. It's a zombie themed film. You know, I think every filmmaker has to do one zombie film at least once. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. And my target audience for that is I'm actually approaching a video game company who's creating the game DayZ, and it's DAY capital Z, and it's a very entertaining game. It's a survival type of game, and I'm basically contacting them with a script, with a plan of attack. I'm doing all the pre-production, which is, you know, I find the actors, I find the locations, I find the resources I'm going to need, and I give them all this stuff, all these things that they're going to need, and I say, I have the manpower, help me fund it. And that's a good way of approaching it for a lot of filmmakers, is to find someone who will do that. And because the project's not just benefiting me as a filmmaker, it's also benefiting them, because it's about their game, it's about their product, it's about them too. So that's why they would get involved. So think creatively like that when you're approaching a project. How can I possibly get funding for this? And do research, do plenty of research. It's always fun to expand your knowledge and see what you can do.
A question I have, it seems in the film industry a lot of stuff is just insanely expensive, you know, and I look at you know, Kevin Smith in Clerks. You know, I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people point to that and say, oh, look what an amateur can do, you know, and I like the movie. I think it's funny as hell. But when I hear about that, you know, and all the actors in it are pretty much his personal friends.
Right.
And it's black and white, and then I hear he only did this movie for, you know, $100 and something thousand. And to me, it's like, how was it that expensive? I mean, if you have your friends working for free, you're working for free in your spare time.
It's locations, it's possibly equipment rentals. Even on the low end, like literally, this project was like, I bought food. That was it. And the reason why I was able to get the locations I had was, I lived down the street from a marsh. Like a place called Beaver Marsh. It's like right down the street from me. That's where I got my bridge scene. That's where I got my outdoor forest scenes, all that stuff. And then the UEF office scene, that was in Chris's old apartment that he still had at the time, and we just lit that really bright, and you couldn't even tell anything. It was an amazing place to shoot. But you can do so much with so little. People don't understand that. Like the resources you have, you can go on Amazon and buy like a really inexpensive light kit, and there's just these little fluorescent bulbs, and you get like a light kit of like three of them, and they're like umbrella lights. And just with that and like some other, you know, construction lights, you know, the basic ones you clip onto stuff. Really amazing stuff. It doesn't sound like I'm going to be able to get to the rest of
yeah, it's 15.
Play the trailer. How about I play the ending of it? We'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. So this other project was directed by Gabe Twig. He's a good friend of mine. He does professional lighting most of the time, but he directs sometimes. So I will find the ending scene here. Basically, what leads up to this point is his wife, the main character's wife, just died. They've been through a lot together, stuff like that. And this is a very emotional scene for him. This is kind of where the film ends. So bear with it. Steven, we did everything we could. But she entered diabetic coma with a hit on her head.
You know you wanna fly away. We don't need a plane. You wanna see the landscape.
And their son?
Picture everything.
Sorry.
You know you're on the fast track.
Tried everything.
I can handle that. Take your simple man back. This life is for the strong. This road will take you anywhere. If you belong, I can do this on my own. But I can't keep going on when I feel so alone. Let's have another round, won't let you down. Ooh, I need you now, don't drag me down. I miss you when you're not around. one for me. I'm doing it now. I wanna make it somehow. I wanna make you proud. I'm destined to fly. Let's have another round, won't let you down. And ooh, I need you now, don't drag me down. I miss you when you're not around. Ooh, I need you now, don't drag me down. And we're living at the speed of sound. Ooh, I need you now, don't drag me down. Down. You know you wanna fly away. We don't need a plane, you wanna see the landscape. Picture everything, you know you're on the fast track. I can handle that, take your simple math back.
Looks really sad.
Yeah, it's a drama, and I apologize for any audience members who are thinking it's kind of sad scene, but it's a dark drama, and regardless of the fact that it's a dark drama, it's very entertaining to watch someone else's story, and just kind of feel the emotions that the director was trying to give off. So that being said, I want people to express themselves in their own ways, and that's here at the station you can do that. You can come down, you can be a part of what we're doing here, and I encourage you guys to call in, to ask questions, things like that. I guess I don't know if we have enough time to do another number call out. I guess I'll throw one in there. 6 minutes? Okay. Probably not, but I'll do it anyway. The number is 360-693-7544. This is a telethon. You can also reach us at info@FVTV11.org. And I encourage you guys to hit us up, and be a part of this community, be a part of this station. I mean, we're the voice of the community, so why not?
Yeah. You showed a good a broad spectrum of the things you can do with just basically time and dedication.
Right.
With the documentary, an action, I don't want to say a traditional action movie, but an action movie, and then what appears to be a good drama.
I mean, it's not just like the bare minimum equipment for the if you go into a community college and just take the program there, they give you all the tools you need, just like FVTV. If you want to do news or do a television broadcast, you come down here and we give you the resources you need to do that. So I say take action, just do it. Like Chris says, just do it, make it happen. So yeah, make it happen, do it.
Yeah. Hopefully it inspired some people to come in and give it a shot.
Right. I mean, whether your passion is to make film or to do a documentary or just to be a part of TV.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, right? We're doing it. Make it happen.
So 693-7544 if anyone wants to call in with any questions for Jesse, myself, or anyone in the booth even.
I don't know how we're doing on time. I mean, I would encourage a call in. We got 3 minutes. Yeah, make a quick phone call.
Well, I think it is a telethon. If someone
if you call in, we'll extend the time.
Yeah, we're not cutting you off.
That's all you guys. That's for you. So, yeah, why not?
We'd cut Chris off if he called in.
Oh right, yeah, no, we'll cut Chris off. He's not as professional as I am, so
yeah.
we can't have that. No, I mean, I'd love to hear from people what their thoughts on film, about the station, about anything in general. Just hit me up.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here. I rarely ever get out of there, so please call me. I wanna hear from you guys. They never let me out of there.
Soak in the spotlight.
Well, it's true. Like they never let me out of that thing.
Well,
stuck in that whisper room.
You can look at it two ways. You can either be insulted that I must be doing bad on camera and
yeah,
trying to
right.
keep you locked up,
Right?
or
I see how
you're
it is.
doing too valuable of a job in there and they can't let you go.
Okay.
Which
So that maybe
hey,
that's
we didn't have any calls working on that speaker, and this is the first time you've been off of it. So there's the proof. You're too damn good.
I don't know. I think it was just a low battery on the phone, but I'm not gonna go there.
Look at him, he's all mad. You're doing good.
Chris. Yeah, Chris gives up. No, he's doing a good job. Audio is not one of his strong suits for such a big audio task. I mean, he's got multiple channels coming in, multiple things that he has to take care of, so that he's got a lot on his plate. But if you throw as many cameras as you want at him, he will know those things in and out. He likes to call himself a camera expert. I use that word loosely because he knows a lot. He does, and he's constantly informing himself, and that's part of what we do as filmmakers. We're constantly educating ourselves. But there's always something new. There's always something that we can still learn, and there's always a new style of filmmaking, and we have not tried every style, and there's always new styles.
Yeah, I also want to remind people that the telethon continues. We're going to be doing our last live segment at 9 o'clock tonight.
Yep. So I encourage you guys to contact us then.
Yeah, I'm going to be here, and
it's going to be Mike and you and... Oh, wait, no, Mike's not going to be here. We got...
No, Mike, I think, will be here.
Mike's going to be here? Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll have pretty much the full crew. I heard David Lee and John will be here as well.
Okay.
At 9:01, you said?
All right, we'll wrap it up.
All right, so please donate. Please call. You can call. We just won't answer live on the air. And, we'll see you tonight at 9.
Thank you.
Thank you.